The Cuban Missile Crisis. 13 days and the closest call to nuclear war. A submarine commander prepares to launch a nuclear torpedo. He believes war may have already begun. One man's hesitation stops it. October 1962. The United States and the Soviet Union possess thousands of nuclear weapons. Minutes, not days. Separate peace from annihilation. When American reconnaissance finds Soviet missiles in Cuba, the world enters its most dangerous standoff. What follows is not one decision, but a chain of them. Why this moment matters. Picture the Cold War at its peak. The U.S. has nuclear missiles in Turkey, aimed at the Soviet Union. The Soviets want strategic parity and leverage. Cuba, 90 miles from Florida, offers both. This crisis will test intelligence under pressure, civilian control over the military, how close humans can come to catastrophe without crossing it. The most dangerous moments won't be televised. Discovery. U-2 reconnaissance flights photograph missile sites in Cuba. They are unmistakable. Medium-range ballistic missiles capable of striking Washington, New York, and much of the U.S. mainland. The evidence is clear. The implications are staggering. The White House forms a secret crisis committee. No public announcement. No immediate military strike. If you discover a threat this severe, do you act immediately or slow down? Options nobody wants. The crisis committee debates options. Do nothing, airstrikes, full invasion, naval blockade, each carries risks. Airstrikes might miss missiles. Invasion could trigger Soviet retaliation in Europe. Doing nothing is unacceptable. They choose a blockade, renamed a quarantine, to avoid declaring war. Myth versus reality. Myth. The blockade was a safe middle ground. Reality. Any confrontation at sea could spiral instantly. Ships are already en route to Cuba. The world holds its breath. The president addresses the nation. For the first time, the public learns how close nuclear war may be. American forces go to DEFCON 2, the highest alert short of war. Bombers sit on runways, engines running. Missile crews stand by. The margin for error vanishes. Retention beat. One misinterpreted radar signal could end everything. The naval line. Soviet ships approach the blockade line. U.S. Navy vessels wait. Rules of engagement are precise, but stress is extreme. At the last moment, several Soviet ships turn back. A small victory. But the missiles in Cuba remain. Pause and think. Would you test the blockade or avoid confrontation at all costs? Back-channel diplomacy. Private messages begin flowing. Public statements are rigid. Private letters are emotional and contradictory. 2 Soviet messages arrive. One conciliatory, one hardline. Which do you answer? The wrong reply could trigger war. Retention beat. Diplomacy now happens faster than missiles. If you value real history explained with care and consequence, subscribe to Mission Debrief. The sky turns deadly. A U-2 is shot down over Cuba. The pilot is killed. Military advisors push for retaliation. This could be the trigger. But the order does not come. Myth versus reality. Myth. The shoot-down forced immediate escalation. Reality. Leadership restraint prevented it. The most dangerous moments are still ahead. The submarine incident. A Soviet submarine, B-59, is detected. U.S. forces drop practice depth charges to force it to surface. Inside the submarine, temperatures soar, communication with Moscow is lost. Officers believe war may have started. The captain prepares to launch a nuclear torpedo. Protocol requires agreement from 3 officers. One refuses. The torpedo is not launched. Nuclear war is avoided by a single dissenting vote. Should any weapon depend on one person saying no, near misses multiply. Other incidents pile up. A U-2 strays into Soviet airspace. Air defenses prepare to fire nuclear. Armed bombers nearly collide. None of this is public. Each could have ended the world. Myth versus reality. Myth. The crisis hinged on one decision. Reality. It hinged on dozens of narrow escapes. The deal. A quiet agreement is reached. The Soviets remove missiles from Cuba. The U.S. publicly pledges not to invade Cuba. Privately, U.S. missiles are removed from Turkey. The public never hears the full terms. The crisis ends without victory parades. Aftermath. Both sides are shaken. Hotlines are established. Nuclear doctrine evolves. The lesson is clear. Miscommunication is as dangerous as weapons. Should secrecy be part of peace deals or always revealed? Human factors. This crisis wasn't resolved by technology. It was resolved by hesitation, judgment, people choosing restraint. The systems worked because humans intervened. Outcome, impact, modern relevance. Outcome, nuclear war is avoided. Impact, arms control becomes possible. Lesson, close calls don't announce themselves. Modern relevance. As long as nuclear weapons exist, crises like this remain possible. The Cuban Missile Crisis wasn't a victory. It was a warning. Which moment do you think mattered most? The blockade, the submarine vote, or the secret deal? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to Mission Debrief for more military stories.